G'day guys, Ernie from OTTO'S Tackle World here. I'm here with Uncle Bill. Gonna just give you a little run through on the Shimano Tiagras here. Got Bill here because he's been in the industry for a very long time and knows these reels like the back of his hand. So this is the full range that's current, the Shimano Tiagra. There once was a 12, which is no longer made. So you got the smallest now is a 16, then it goes to your 20, 30, 50WLRSA, you get your 50A, 50W, 50WLRSA, then obviously 80 and 130. Now I'm just going to run you through a bit of the differences. We'll get a lot of questions about the 50Ws and the 50WLRSAs. Uncle Bill, you want to run us through the difference?
Yeah, we'll just talk about the 50W and the 50WLRSA, Ernie. They're the reel we get asked the most questions about. And one of the big misconceptions that people have is that the drag is stronger in an LRSA than a normal 50W. That is absolute rubbish. The only difference in the internals of the reels are these cams, spacer washers like that, and these bevel pressure washers. They're the only difference in the reel. The drag plate itself is exactly the same in both reels. It's all come about because of the Californian tuna boats going down into the Gulf of Mexico, where they wanted to fish stand-up tackle and smaller reels with heavier line. But what they were finding was if you used a 50W with 80-pound line, set it on the drag pressure, 16 pound, come back to free spool, you never got free spool. So that was a real problem for them. So with the different cams, these parts, all it does is when you push the drag lever up, it ramps it up much faster towards the end, but less when it comes back. Yeah. If you were to use, say, this reel, the 50W with 50, when you're pushing the drag lever up, it's very gradual applying the pressure. The 50W LRSA, you get nothing until you get to about here, then all the drag happens in that short distance. And that was the main thing that was happening in the two reels that people were not very happy about. But the reels are not stronger, it's just the way that the drag is applied.
Okay, and and with the 80 and the 130, Bill, you were telling us a bit of interesting information about them before, which
for a long time there was no 130 in Shimano's range, and we applied a bit of pressure to Mr. Shimano in Australia, John Dumpy at the time, and we come up with this reel. If you have a look, you'll see the 80 is the same width as the 130. And actually, in fact, the spool of the 80 is fractionally wider than the 130, but its diameter is hugely different, so you can get the line capacity. And that was the main reason for this. Up in Cairns, they're fishing 130 on these reels. Again, the same problem. 20 kilo drag, no free spool. So, hence, the 130 came into being. Flagship model in the Shimano range.
Okay. All right, well, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope we give you a bit of an understanding. Thank you, Bill.
It's my pleasure. If anybody wants to come in and ask us some questions, Ernie, at any time, we're more than happy to help them.
Thank you, guys.